Good morning, everybody. TGIF. What a beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. This is the last Friday morning of June 2024. It feels a lot like late September, early October. It's 49 degrees this morning. We got a pretty good ground fog, beautiful blue sky above it. Right at the moment, there's not a breath of wind, so we'll see. It's been a productive week. Tides have changed for me. The bite's starting to pick up. I feel a little better about what and where. I'm still struggling with trying to keep lures clean, trolling, whether it be lures or trolling harnesses, worm harnesses. So I have no preconceived notion this morning. I'm going to go out and I'm going to let the conditions dictate what I do. And stay tuned. We'll see, because I don't know what that is going to look like yet. My guess is if I get out there and it's glass like it is in here, then I'll probably troll without a drift. If I have a drift, then we'll see. If I find what I find, we'll see. That's a lot of indecision, but I trolled all morning yesterday only to get them jigging the last half an hour when I switched over. So I feel like I just want to catch some fish as opposed to continually trying to do something that hasn't been working for me. We'll see. Oh, that sun is bright, warm, and beautiful this morning. All right, stay tuned. Keep your tip up. All right, we are on the move. Spot number one, jiggy, jiggy, jiggy. I got a big, big sheep's head, which was a lot of fun. It's funny how those fish make you think. There's that moment where you're like, oh, what do I got? You know, like it's something good, you know, maybe a giant walleye, you know, everybody thinks, oh man, those big head shakes down there. Turned out it was a sheep's head, and I had one short. I see a couple friends of mine in the same drift, and they'd all done shorts this morning. They were about an hour before I was. I didn't get out until 6:30. Slept in until after 5. Oh, the shame. Courtney and I went to see Brothers Osborne last night down at Beacon Skiff. It's the first time we've ever been there as a music venue. You know, the seating in these places isn't great because everything's on a slant, and you know, I saw people falling down the hill in their chairs last night, and I stood up most of the concert, and you're on uneven ground, and I think I ended up with one leg longer than the other. Great show, though. A little chilly, just like this morning. I mean, air temperature was 49 when I left the dock. I'm in my full gear. I got pants, a t-shirt, a hoodie, and my striker suit on. Seems like the older I get, the more sissy I get. That's why they call it snivel gear. The boat down in front of me looks like a Viking ship. It's got a sail on it, I think. I don't know what it's got over it, but it's got something. All right. I'm going to keep looking. We'll find spot number 2 here shortly. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Well, we're winding down for a Friday morning. Let's see if I can get this adjusted correctly. Caught some fish. I stayed on my second drift here because I had a good picture and I kept catching fish. My first drift, I had one sheep's head, one short, and this second drift in a different location, I'm right in the middle of the Golden Triangle on the north edge of it. this has been a big long drift, almost an hour, but I've had 9 walleyes, only one keeper. They've all been 13 to 14 inches. A bunch of perch. But that's been it. I say that's been it. Just those 2 species out here. I've had a pretty good picture. You know, I've been catching fish right along on a number of baits. Homie the Clown blade bait to start with this morning. The keeper I just caught was only about 20 minutes ago. That was on that Demiki blade. This chartreuse and white sometimes does really well for me. The water is definitely discolored. That same red, gold, and orange shiver minnow from yesterday. Caught fish today. Quite a few, actually. Probably half of them. The shorts didn't seem to mind. They loved it. So, we got a nice little east wind. It was southeast this morning when I first got out here. The fog cleared up. There's one. Oh, he come off. Yeah, I don't want to necessarily say the water is dirty, but it's not clear. It's very alive, you know, algae and weeds, and it's 70 degrees out here, 69.6. It was a pretty cool night last night. It's not supposed to be all that warm the next 3 or 4 days through the weekend. They're only supposed to be high in the 70s. So I think it'll stay right about where it is now. Perfect drift. Absolutely perfect drift. So we'll see. We'll see how long this east wind sticks around. We'll see if it moves these fish. I didn't go look where I've been trolling the last couple days, only because I just didn't have enough time. I got out here a little later than I wanted to, and I'm trying to cram it all in. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to leave right now. So I'll have you guys stick around with me for a minute. I'll finish this cast up, and we'll do last cast together and see what happens. My stomach is grumbling. I brought a slice of leftover pizza out with me this morning, but it was inedible. Must have left it in the fridge too long. Tell you, this is also the second day in a row. This is last cast, by the way. This is the second day in a row where I've fished for a fair amount of time a bucktail and a worm, and then today I was fishing a plain jig head and a worm. Nothing. Not a tickle on the garden hackle. Go figure. Oh, there's one. There's one on last cast. What do we got? It's coming up to the surface. Nope, there it goes. What do we have? That's why he was coming up to the surface. I got him broadside. This has been my day. Nice little guy. The future is bright. Well, you guys know I don't like to end last cast on a fish. So, let's try last cast again. I watched it fall right in midair as it was flying. It lassoed that thing. Last cast. Last cast for love. All right. Now it's last cast. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Hope your Friday goes extremely well. Keep your tip up.